Welcome to this presentation on how to get your first paying client in the next 30 days. All right. And pretty much, I first of all want to erase a lot of false beliefs that people have in social media marketing. Okay. And the number one thing is that you need to know how to run Facebook ads. You need to know how to offer free trials. You need tons of sales experience. You need to pay for the ad spend. You need a website. You need a logo. You need the best presentation. You need to have the best result delivery process and a lot of other stuff that people waste their time with and is actually not even making them money. Plus, it's not even a thing you need to do, right? So in this presentation, I just want to give to you what actually works so you can cut out all the noise, actually go ahead and get your first paying client in the next 30 days. So why am I revealing all this? Well, number one is I'm really tired of all the social media marketing gurus teaching you what worked 1 year ago and promising you the same dream over and over again with outdated and invalid information, okay? Because I have a lot of people message me like, dude, how do I get like results from my free trial? And I'm like, well, I mean, why are you doing a free trial in the first place, right? It's kind of people put themselves in these kind of situations that aren't even going to like get them somewhere long-term 8 out of 10 times. All right. And then number two is I know how it feels to have like a lack of knowledge and not knowing what to listen to and what to not listen to. You know, I've been there and I've done that. And then thirdly, I'm pretty tired of the fake mentors, like, you know, scrolling through Facebook groups and emptying people's pockets to sell them on a dream that they can't deliver on, right? People put their faith into someone and they can't deliver on it. You know, they just like the fake mentors, they just take the money and just give them like a little blueprint as if, you know, they made it, but just got it probably off Google most of the time. So yeah, really tired of seeing people lose money for no reason. And also just, you know, a lot of misinformation and the same questions being asked over and over again. You know, and also, this is just for everyone that's been like at this for weeks, months, or even years. Deserves like to hear the truth and accomplish what they set out to achieve. So, you know, they can quit their job or, you know, support their family, live life on their own terms and, you know, pretty much like decide whatever the hell they want to do with the money they earn themselves, right? Because money gives a lot of freedom. And if you're serious about making this happen for yourself, guys, watch this free training till the very end. So number one, your agency foundation. So this is really the foundation you have to lay before you even go ahead and dive into the field. So you can make sure you don't have to worry about the results once you have a client, or you know that, you know, once you have 3 to 4 clients, it's a chaos because you didn't pick a niche. Okay, so let's just go over the foundation first, your agency foundation. And the first thing is you have to define your niche and sub niche. So an example of a niche is fitness and an example of a sub niche is personal trainers. Okay. And the reason we pick a niche is because we want to become a specialist and not a generalist, okay? We want to understand our market needs, okay? And everyone in a different niche has different wants and different needs. So we want to focus on one particular market and understand their needs. We want to become the dominator in your niche by doing your market research and understanding the problems better than they do themselves, okay? And pretty much that's why we pick a niche and sub niche and also a lot of other reasons, which I will give in the next slides. And number two is getting a contract. And as you can see, there's a lot of benefits to this. So number one, it gives you leverage and credibility. Okay. Your contractor represents the result delivery portion of your agency. So don't feel bad, you know, if you are showing your contractor's case study, because that person is like doing the Facebook campaigns for you. Right. And, you know, also, getting a contractor allows you to skip the whole free trial part. Because I know a friend of mine, his name is Adil. He did like free trials for 6 to 7 months. I told him like, hey man, here's what you have to do. Stop offering free trials, do this. And he literally closed a 3K deal like within, I believe, in 2 weeks, which is pretty insane. And, you know, thirdly, it gives you like full confidence in your result delivery by having an expert on board during your meetings, right? It also specializes in one particular sub niche and gives you, you know, just more expertise in your field. If you know you have a contractor that, you know, that is just specialized in one particular niche, you know, and that just makes you once again the dominator in your niche and makes people in that niche want to come to you, right? Because you specialize in it and you're not a generalist. And yeah, guys, this will also free your time. You won't have to make the campaigns, maintain the campaigns, tweak the campaigns, all that kind of stuff, right? You will have free time and you won't have to worry about the Facebook ad campaigns, okay? And getting a contractor also allows you to focus on really what's going to make you money and, you know, help your business in the long-term run. It's going to allow you to focus on sales and scaling, you know, once you have that free time. And, you know, your contractor has run successful campaigns before, you know, so take it into account. This is also like a reason why we get a contractor, right? He's done successful campaigns in a particular sub niche. He's consistently up to date with the algorithm and, you know, will run the Facebook ads better than you ever will, right? It really drives me like insane that, you know, people think that if you take a Facebook ads course in 30 days, you will be a Facebook ads expert. Guys, that's not really the case, guys. It's like, you know, if you want to become a pro footballer, right? It's not like you take a 30-day course and you become a pro footballer. It's literally the same, guys. So this is why I really like stress to all my students to get a contractor to save themselves a lot of time. Yeah, just a lot of time in general, which is key, right? And it also will allow you to focus on what really matters, which is sales and scaling. And then number two is, when you have an agency, you have to focus on the IPAs. And now you're wondering, Bastian, what are IPAs? Well, IPAs are income producing activities, okay? The activities that are actually going to make you money, okay? And agency IPAs, so social media marketing agency IPAs, these are the two things you have to focus on. So number one is getting meetings, right? And you do that through outreach, okay? By contacting businesses or have them come to you, which I teach all my students. And number two is closing meetings, right? Which comes down to sales. So this erases all the bogus, that you need a website, logo, name, offer free trials from Facebook ads. You need none of this, guys. A website, logo, name, fancy ad process will not give you authority during sales or build any trust with the customer. The only thing that matters is results. Okay, that's the only thing that matters. And, the desired outcome that you can take the business to. That's the only two things that matter. Okay. And, you should contract your case study if the business owner wants to see a previous result. Okay. You don't need to run a free trial to make, to like make one and then, spend a month in the hopes of actually creating a successful one, right? That's a lot of potential wasted time. And that's a process you don't want to go through, guys. So that's why I'm making this video. And, now how do we become a master at our IPAs and make sure it actually works? Well, a proven process. And I'm going to share that with you today for free, what I personally use. I'm going to give you one of my outreach methods that I teach all my students. And I just want to give it to you so you can actually go ahead and get a paying client in the next 30 days and save yourselves tons of time. So my proven sales process that's allowed me to close over $200,000 in revenue in 90 days. Okay, I'm going to be sharing this with you today. And for myself, I've done over 250 successful closes. I've built a team of 7 people myself that are like freaking sales ninjas right now, and they're crushing it. And then secondary, I want to give you a unique and proven outreach process that's allowed me to get qualified meetings with building authority up front in a very casual and friendly way, creating trust up front, positioning yourself as an expert. You build more competence in your niche during that meeting as well. And you end the meeting with either a new friend or a new client. So it's always a win-win. And I've condensed both of these methods into like the sales process, in the outreach system. I've condensed them both into one method, okay? Into an easy to follow process for you all. So guys, right now I have 2 videos right here and I'm going to be showing you this one first. So I'm going to let this play in the background, click my webcam away so you guys can actually go ahead and watch this video. Video is really, really important because I want you to know what pretty much the whole outreach strategy is, okay? This is something else than copying and pasting a script. Right? I want you guys to separate yourself. And instead of like what we're doing right here, instead of like making it hard for ourselves with, client outreach, why don't we just like do client research? And it's literally the same. Plus we're building authority up front in the method I'm about to show you. Okay. So basically I do want to talk about the above first, which is like the principles of life apply here too. Okay. If I want to go out and make new friends, or girlfriend, I start asking them questions, get to know them better, and, I become their friend, which erases a lot of discomfort right at the beginning of the conversation. Right. And, if you add value, like that's the reason how we got this meeting in the first place, right? People give you value back by giving you their time and potentially even their business. If you, just become a friend, give enough value and build the right authority up front. And that's something you are unable to do from the get-go, okay? You are unable to get as good, as, someone on my level would in just a matter of a day. So just remember that if your mindset is right now, like I want to climb by the end of the month, that's cool, but also be willing to stretch it longer than a month if it doesn't work, right? We're not on a get-rich-quick scheme here. I just want you guys to know that, okay? It's really, really important. Because if you start rushing things, you are going to poorly execute them just for the sake of rushing them and potentially go to the client, then you're not even going to close the client. You should rushing the process, okay? So this is the outreach method. This is what I call the client research outreach strategy, okay? This is what I want to talk to you guys about right now. And basically, the purpose and goal here is to make a friend or a client, okay? You don't lose at the end of the call if you don't have a client. You either have a friend or you have a client, and both are just as valuable, okay? Guys, if you have a client that's freaking amazing, but even if that doesn't happen, you have a friend at the end of the call that, will always come back to you whenever he or she needs marketing, or he or she will always refer a person that, will ask her, hey, do you know anyone that knows marketing? That's literally what happened to me. Like I left my country 4 or 5 months later, a business owner I never closed a deal with because, it wasn't the right time for him. He still referred me to another business owner. That's the power of having either a friend or a new client. Okay, guys? And, basically, at the beginning, what we want to be doing is just ask our 10 smart market diagnosis questions first. Like become a friend of them. Like just be a little funny. Like don't be just like plainly ask those questions. Just build like that human-to-human connection, show interest. Like they're passionate at what they're doing, and like you have to be there to like be just as passionate as they are. And once again, this call is to build a friendship. It's not to pitch your service, okay? It's not to pitch your service. Like, let me repeat it again. It's not there to pitch your service, okay? And up next, I don't want you to be afraid after those 10 questions, because after those 10 questions, you're going to give value. Okay, so don't be afraid of giving too much value, because even if you do, they won't figure it out themselves, okay? They will always come back to you whenever they need someone, okay? And, like, in like those 20 minutes or 10 minutes after you've asked those questions, you want to like provide as much value as you can, okay, after asking questions. Don't hold anything back, okay? Just talk about like a Facebook pixel and what it can do. Like, make it simple. Don't use like these fancy and overcomplicated terms. Just keep it simple. Say like, yeah, so do you know what a Facebook pixel is? They say no. Oh, okay. So basically what it is, it's like something you can add onto your website, and it can always like retarget customers that have left your website. And they're going to be like, whoa, because they didn't know that was out there. Like a simple thing for us is a lot for them. Okay. And you want to, get them to the point where they're overwhelmed. And, don't be like, oh, now I feel overwhelmed, because not everyone is going to like have the same reaction. Some people will just, be thankful, not to the point where they're overwhelmed and want to continue. That's okay. But, like if they're at the point where, they're overwhelmed and sell themselves, like based off the reaction you get from the value you provide, then you can go ahead and go for 2-option close. And, if they don't get permission, as I said, it's not a big deal. You always end up with a friend. If they don't get permission and you still go for the pitch, you really messed up, okay? Because you won't have a friend, nor will you have a client, okay? If they don't get permission, just end the meeting. You got your questions answered. You can add them into your Google Form responses and be even more competent in your niche than you were before the call, right? And, you want to ask them, if they don't get permission, though, you can like still give this a try. You can ask them, have you tried something similar for your business? And you want them to say like, no, I would love to implement something like this for my business. And you want to get them to the point where they sell themselves. Okay, you don't want to be like, okay, so I actually run a digital marketing agency and like it's going to be $1,000 a month, right? You don't want to be doing that. You want to once again have a friend or a client. Remember this conversation is casual, even though like I know it's hard for you guys to like get that like that perspective, perhaps like the mindset shift, but it's something you work towards. Okay, it's like you're building once again a friendship here. That's how you erase all the discomfort. And, that's how you get people to open up. And, by giving all this value up front, you have to remember you have authority, okay? Because you're not trying to sell them anything. So they're not, like, trying to question you. Like, they may be asking, like, what do? You can just answer it. It's not like them questioning you. They're just, like, interested in what you're doing, okay? And, like, if the time is there, go for the 2-option close. And, I mean, what you can say is, you can try this on your own. If they say, like, okay, what's next? You can say, you can try this on your own. Spend thousands of dollars and, try to figure this out. Try to figure this out yourself. Or I could do it for you instead. And if they give you more permission, like, with the second one, then you can go ahead and explain more about what you do. Make it casual. Like, that's really important. Keep it casual. And if this doesn't happen, that's fine. If they can figure it out at one point, even after like giving so much value, you think like, oh, they're gonna like take over all my value and like, just run their ads. It's not gonna happen, guys. If they can't figure out, first thing they're gonna do, you're gonna pop up in their mind because you gave them something memorable. You didn't pitch, you build a friendship, you give value. And whenever, like they need a marketer, they're going to come to you, okay? So, and you're always going to be in front of them with top of mind awareness posts you're creating in front of your new friend. First of all, you made it on a call. You're always going to be in front of them. And you're going to have questions, you're going to have answers to your market research, okay? And lastly, you may not get something back immediately, but it will for a fact in the future, okay? And this is a way, way better way, guys, than copying and pasting a script, okay? Just keep that in mind. And if you're not willing to do this, I think, that you're going to have a really hard time to actually close down the client if you don't want to go like an extra amount, This way, what we're doing right here, we're separating ourselves from other people. And we're doing it in a good way, Yeah, people oftentimes forget that they're talking to another human being. And they think it's just a business owner with no feelings and a lot of money. Right? So remember, you're talking to another human. And, once again, we have 2 objectives here. Is we got to get a friend or a client. So, guys, that's really the mindset behind the client research outreach strategy. That's pretty much how we're going to be deducting it. If there's anything you guys don't understand, like, just let me know in WhatsApp, and I can even, like, add it onto the course, but make sure, like, you ask yourself first, can I figure this out myself? How can I, like, make, like, the little issue I have in my mind that doesn't make me understand this, how can I, like, try and resolve it for myself first? Like, if you try it and you can, reach out to me, and I'll see what I can do.
All right, guys. So that's the whole mindset behind.
I want you to know.
My bad. That's the whole mindset behind this whole strategy, the Facebook client research strategy. And right now, I want to like show you how I set a meeting in 7 minutes. So this is like a little 2-minute video that I'm gonna be playing for you right now.
What's going on? So right now, I want to show you like how I actually set a meeting with a realtor in like literally less than 10 minutes, right? So I went to one of the groups, and this realtor posted one of his own videos.
I checked out first on his profile, whether he's not like an agency owner himself. So, just made sure that was the case first. As you can see, he's a realtor, so I made sure, I did a little bit of my homework, so I don't waste any time, but, at the same time doing my homework. And then pretty much what I said, even though I didn't watch the video, I said, man, I love this video. Thank you, Daniel. He said, thank you. Then I sent him like a friend request, right? Because then he kind of knows my name. I complimented this video. I liked it. And then what I did, I shot him a message, right? Pretty much what I did is, hey, Daniel, I feel like your YouTube channel is underrated, man. Love what you're doing. Keep it up. I watch all of your videos full. Even though I didn't do it, but most important thing here is you're building a connection with your potential, your potential prospect. And then, just very casual start the conversation, just normal questions like how long have you been a realtor for? Then he talks about it. And then, just complimenting it. And then what I'm trying to do here is redirecting the conversation, and it worked perfectly. Because what I said, I'm also going to be adding this as a script in a private course. So basically what I said is, also, Daniel, I'm currently deducting some market research on realtors. And what are common frustrations for them in the industry. So would you mind if we hop on a call sometime in exchange for a free marketing consultation, right? And pretty much he said, sure, maybe sometime next week. And that was the easiest way for me to ever set a meeting. Because this was, let's see the time. So conversation was about 7 minutes long, guys. 7 minutes. It took me 7 minutes to set a meeting, right? And then we just set a time, ask the right questions. What's the best date and time for you? You can also send out your calendar link, which I highly suggest. And then, you go ahead and ask what time zone he's in, but you won't have to ask these kind of things if you have a Calendly. And then boom, you have your first meeting, guys. You can deduct your market research with your actual prospects in your sub-niche. So that's the way I did it. And currently I'm also talking to another realtor. Her name is Karina's, and I approached it differently. I just said, hey, Karina's, I saw you're part of the realtor group as well. Would love to connect with you. And she said, hi there, sure, of course. And then, just once again, starting the conversation really casually. Then at one point, once she answers this, I'm going to be using the same script, and boom, I'll have my second meeting. And guys, that's really how easy it is. So I'm going to be adding this to the training, and make sure you guys execute on this with 20 to 30 realtors at least. So guys, as you can see, he's going to dive right back into the presentation.
That's pretty much the whole strategy. You build your own network, you build traction, and at one point, out of those 30 meetings you set, which you can easily do in 5 days, you are obviously going to close down one client with the method that I've given you here. Because why? Because already one of my students have done it, and they made 4K in 3 weeks, okay? So it's a proven process, as I said. And, right now I want to share with you how to look at sales, okay? And this is how you look at sales and nothing differently, okay? You're taking someone from their current situation to a desired situation, and you're the gap in between. So for example, you took a social media marketing course because, you have a current situation and you want to make money, and the gap in between is a social media marketing course that's going to give you the knowledge to get to that desired situation. It's going to show you how to go ahead and make money, right? So I want you to go ahead and, once you define that gap, I want you to define the gap financially for, for example, the real estate agent that you may potentially work with. How much would it cost them if they don't fix it? How much is it costing them every day? How much is it costing them weekly, right? And now I want you to go ahead and define the gap emotionally. How much frustration would it cost to have it unresolved for them? If they keep doing what you're doing. And guys, you really have to take in that people have problems that they're not even aware of. And, if you can provide a solution to that, congratulations, you have discovered a market need. Okay, guys? And that's why we have to do the market research strategy to find a common pattern and, detect market needs. All right. People don't have business problems. They have personal problems. And you have to see what, people in your particular sub-niche have as a problem that they don't even see it as a problem because they're not aware of it. Right. Because, if people see a problem, it becomes defined and becomes easy to fix. Right. So that's the way to look at it, guys. And, you want to talk to other people in your market and, see if they have similar problems. Right. Similar to such situation and current situation and, blockages of why they cannot get there. And if you can find out what the gap is, then congratulations once again. And guys, friend or a new client, we're making sure once again, you become the dominator in your market, you get more competent, you either live with a new person in your network or a new client, which we obviously want, right? And during the outreach strategy, you build up traction with the platform, so I would highly suggest you use Facebook or LinkedIn. And yeah, as I stated here, you can use your Facebook platform as your lead generation tool, right? And once you find the pain points, frustrations, needs, desires, etc. of people in your sub niche, you are really far ahead of your competition, guys, because most people just jump into the Facebook messages, don't do any research, expect to get a qualified meeting, expect to have a fluent sales process, expect to get paid $3,000. How realistic is that? Tell me that, right? And, you know, like, over time, guys, we're building something long-term. At one point, you'll have an audience and you have enough data to make value resonating posts, right? To have consistent top-of-mind awareness. And this is where organic client attraction comes in. People will come to you if you can resonate, plus bring value to, you know, to those people, you know? And once they realize that, they will come to you for help, okay? When they need it with their marketing. And that's why it's a win-win-win with this outreach method. Once again, this will give you top-of-mind awareness in front of the right eyeballs consistently, right? And they already know who you are because you show up to the call with them. And guys, I want you to execute on this method 30 days straight, and I really promise you will have a client by the end of September 2019 if you do this correctly. Okay. And guys, Facebook ads process, once again, you sell people in the outcome. Okay. You sell people on the desired situation and not the process. Okay. So current situation versus desired outcome, and you are the gap in between. Your service is the gap in between. So guys, at this point, please erase all the noise like websites, trials, all that stuff. Focus on your IPAs because you have a contractor taking care of your Facebook ads, so you don't have to spend hours, months, you know, weeks on that stuff. So erase all the noise, focus on your IPAs, income producing activities, which is outreach, sales, building traction with your audience, and becoming the expert in your field. Okay, guys. So conclusion, lay your foundation so you don't have to worry about anything once you get to a certain scenario, okay? All right, a lot of people like that offer free trials are like, oh shit, like how do I make the ads now? I want my client to stay, right? And guys, first of all, you have leverage with a contractor and you don't have to worry about the ads, okay? So, yeah, erase all the distractions, guys. Focus on the tasks that make you money, so the IPAs, and realize and internalize the belief that you're following a proven process and other people already have made money with what I showed you here, okay? Just take that in and stop focusing on the non-IPAs and erase all the false beliefs, guys. I can't say it enough, okay? Just stop focusing on the non-IPAs, which is building a website and stuff like that, and just erase all the false beliefs. Because with what I've shown you here by implementing today, and, you know, if you're consistent, you'll have a client locked in within the next 30 days. Okay, guys. So that's it for this presentation. If you have any questions or you need anything, let me know down in the comments. Let me know if this helped you. Yeah, guys, I'm looking forward to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.